Good after morning. Today we're going to get our computer set up for the first time using our 2x2 right CNC table. Super exciting. Let's go ahead and get started. You're going to see that I have a bunch of icons here. When you do receive your table, you'll be receiving an email that has all of this information for you to download. You'll be downloading this, and we're going to go ahead and put this on our computer. Now, your computer system can be just about anything as long as it's not a Mac in this case. All of this is designed to work on PC formats. So let's go ahead and push that way. Let's go over each file real quickly. First off, we have the Mach 3. This is the control software that we're going to use on our tables. So we're going to be installing this one. QCAD is our design software. It's our CAD software. We have SheetCam, which is our nesting and processing software. Inkscape, which is another design software. Then we have these here, which are all things that are going to be important when it comes to SheetCam and Mach 3. These are things that are going to allow us to actually work with everything on the table. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's install some things here. Let's start off with the Mach 3 version. Let's go ahead and pull that up here. Easy way to install Mach 3. It's going to open up. Cool, exciting. It'll probably give you a little pop-up like, hey, I want to download this onto your computer. Cool, let's go ahead and keep doing that. It says, welcome to Mach 3. We're going to hit next. We're going to agree to the license, the terms of the license agreement. We're going to install it to C Mach 3. This is important for us because we're going to need to go back there later. Cool, let's keep moving. Alright, looks like everything else is there. We don't need that. Cool. Cool. Let me just keep hitting next. There we are. Now it's installed. Now we don't have a parallel port driver, as it just told me right now. No driver sensed installed. Well, cool. Okay. We're going to go ahead and finish that up. And that is, that's Mach 3. Let's go ahead and go through Inkscape. Inkscape is going to undoubtedly be probably the longer of the two processes going on. Okay, cool. We're going to set this up in English. It's already been installed. In this case, it's going to ask me if I want to remove the previous version. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. Cool. We're going to go ahead and uninstall there. Do you want to still delete that file? Sure, why not? No. Cool. So we're going to give it a second to uninstall itself, and then we're going to go ahead and walk through that install bit by bit. Okay, it's all been uninstalled. Let's go ahead and go through this. License agreement, absolutely. I don't need to worry about any of that there. That's already preset for me. Hit next. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and install that puppy. Now, Inkscape does take a couple minutes to download, so I'm going to pause the video and we're going to come back to this as soon as the puppy's all loaded up, and then we're going to start to adjust a couple things. So, give us a minute, and it'll be a minute to me, but be no time to you. Be right back. And bam, it's done. Cool. Alright, we're going to go ahead and run Inkscape. Inkscape's going to open up for us here. Look at her go. And we have our icon show up here on the other side of the screen. We have our Mach 3 folders also pile up. Look at that. Alright, so there's a couple things that I like to do when I first get into Inkscape. Looking at everything, it looks like everything's in millimeters, and that's going to be a little bit of an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and go File. We're going to go to Document Properties here. We're going to set up our Inkscape. I'm going to set it all to inches. My Mach 3 is in inches. Everything's going to be in inches. I'm going to set it 24 by 24. Why? That's a 2x2 area worth of stuff. So let's go ahead and pop that in. And once that's all in, we just hit X. Perfect. Alright, so what this is doing is setting this up to be a 24 by 24 inch reference square. So I can reference all of my designs off of this square as I'm building it, and I can design it in this format. It's going to be important as we design for the type of material that we're working with, whether it's, I have a 6-inch by 6-inch scrap that I want to make something out of. Having a reference square allows me to think about my design and see sort of the general shape of my area before I start cutting and realize, oh my goodness, I didn't think about this part. So I love setting it up this way. Now, with this being set this way here, We're going to go File, we're going to go Save As, and here is where we get interesting. We're actually going to go to a different place. We're actually going to go to this PC. We're going to go into the C drive. We're going to go into Program Files, Inkscape. And now I have to find out where that other piece is. And over to Share, over to Templates. I want to save this as default. Cool, we're going to save. Yeah, I'm going to replace it. Cool. You may run into some things where you're going to require, hey, I'm going to need more permissions to access this. There's a couple of different ways around it. If you have issues with that, you can reach out to us. It's a little bit of a thing for me to show you in this video, but I can definitely explain it in another video down the line. But that being done, said and done, we're going to go ahead and close that out, and Inkscape is all set for us. Now, looks like here we have Mach 3, Plasma, Mill, and Turn. We don't need those particular icons there. All we really need is that Mach 3 loader and this Inkscape up here. Now, I've already installed QCAD and SheetCam onto my computer, but we're going to go through it step by step. Anyway, just to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, I do have a video following this that shows you how to install the license for SheetCam and Mach 3. So pay attention to those next, and we'll go from there. Moving on, though, let's move to installing our profiles in our computers. More specifically, our motion profile or our motion plugin. Our computers are going to need to run off of USB. All of our 2x2 or portable designs are USB driven as opposed to serial port, which is something that we've used traditionally on all of our larger scale computers. But on these smaller ones, the USB integration is important, and we need to put that into our system. Cool. Let's actually go and put that somewhere. Let's pull this up here. So I've opened up my C drive, so my computer C drive, or we open up File Explorer C drive. We're going to go into Mach 3, and we're going to go into plugins here. And we see we have a number of different plugins available to us. We're just going to go ahead and take this R&R Motion and just copy and paste it into there. I took it, copied it, and then went over here, right click, and pasted it into here, and there she is. All good to go. Now when we open up Mach 3, let's go ahead. You know what? I'm not seeing one of my profiles here. We'll just go with 418. Awesome. Cool, and now this screen pops up. What we'll do is every time the screen pops up, we hit R&R Motion Control. Why? Because that's the controller that we're using on our table. So make sure that this is selected when you do open it up. We hit OK, and now it's all set. And it's saying right now R&R Motion card not found. Well, that's because it's not plugged in. And so when you plug it in, you're obviously going to see R&R Motion card found. And you can run through your normal process. You'll probably have to hit reset twice. But again, we're going to go over that in a later video. Right now we're just getting you started and getting you set up on your computer. That being said, let's exit out of there, end session. And we have everything that we need to get started on our system. Let's go ahead and install the licenses in the next video, and we'll go from there, as I like to say. Thank you very much for watching, and feel free to reach out if you have any other questions.